Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Asya and today I made myself some waffles and a cappuccino before I get them into my bedroom. And today I want to talk about 5 things I need to keep in my mind. And the 5 things I want to talk about is perfection, references, good and bad art supplies, social media, and others' opinions. I was in the past really self-critic, and this is a topic I want to go and I want to talk about it. And I think these 5 things are really important to know and to keep in mind. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to talk about in this intro that much, so let's get started with the video. So the first thing is the real reason why so many people don't follow in making art when they're getting older is you want to get better, but you need always time. Everyone wants to have something in a small time period. I want to draw, but I want to draw better in tomorrow or in a week or in 1 year, and you don't think that it needs time to better. You need to work on yourself and on your art style and everything around that, because you can say that you are getting better or not. So when you want to get better, you need time. If you want or not, when you're thinking you want to being better as an artist, you need to practice and practice and practice. I don't care if you are drawing a lot every day or once a week, once a month, but you need always to think about it, because when you draw every day, the potential to get better in a smaller or less time period, it has more potential to better in 1 year or in a half of the year, so in 6 months. I don't like to draw every day, and I cannot draw every day because I'm working. When I'm come from work at home, then I'm really tired and I don't have the time or the motivation. Motivation is also a topic for itself, because you have motivation, you need to start drawing, and after, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, the motivations come spontaneously. When you are drawing, you will find your motivation to draw forwards, so you will finish this drawing. You don't want it to finish yet. Maybe you just said, I want to make a sketch, and after the 10 minutes you will say, I don't want to make the sketch look bad. I want to finish it with colors, with my markers, with my watercolors, acrylic markers, etc., etc., that it looked good. So after that, you will have a perfect masterpiece for yourself, and you will see, okay, I don't need the motivation to make that happen, and it don't need to be perfect. It just needs to be better than before, or you can learn something with that. So I think I don't like all of my sketches in my sketchbook or all of my drawings, but that's okay, because I know that I'm getting better and better every time I draw something in my sketchbook. And so I don't think the baddest thing I draw. It's more like I know that this is not the best one I drew in the last years or months, but I know that I will learn with that, learn about my problems, learn everything what I wanted to learn from it. So this was one of the first topics. One point is, don't stress yourself. When you want to get better at drawing, you need to think about it. You don't need to put yourself in pressure or something. You just need to make it happen in your time or your daily life. So 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day would be enough to getting better at drawing. So don't stress yourself. Don't put yourself on pressure. Another thing is experimenting with different art medium. Also a thing I drew here on my last pages with some markers. I don't really use these markers that often. I just wanted to make something else than usually, see if it's good or not. I also used some of my acrylic markers, and I think it was just acrylic markers. I used my Arctic acrylic markers, and I normally use my colored pencils. You can see the difference. And I also like to draw digitally, so I have tons of digital artwork. I also like to make some sketches like here or here. I want to just show you this side, but this is also something I wanted to draw digitally, but I didn't do that. So this one from a pencil, I colored it digitally, and that's the same thing. You need to draw often to learn more, and you need to come out of your comfort zone to learn more things. This is also a wonderful drawing. I love that. Colored is always better than not colored, but I know that a lot of people like to just use mechanical pencils or pencils itself to draw black and white drawings. I don't like that. I just use my pencil or my mechanical pencil for the outlines, and after that I like it to draw over it. Here's my normal pencil. My brother gave me that on my birthday, and I really like that. This is an artsy pen, and I think this is so cute, so I use it often. Another thing, not every drawing will look perfect. The second one, references. A lot of people think that using references are stealing, but that is not the truth. So reminder, everyone needs to use some references, because you don't know how to draw a robot or a bird or other animals or people when you never drew that before. So when you don't know how they look, how the anatomy look, can't draw that, because you don't know how the anatomy is, how they would look, how they need to be looked to be really recognizable as that animal, that thing, that human, etc. But when you are using a references, you can always add your own art style when you have an art style, or you can draw things you prefer, you can highlight that things, because as an example, I like to draw thick lips and big eyes but not too big, and a smaller nose, and the ears are always looking, so sometimes it's looking like that. But you can sometimes see some earrings or some accessory. Sometimes I forgot to add accessory, but I also like to add flowers in my drawings, some butterflies in my drawings. I like to add sparkles in my drawings and more colorful things than just black and white, or just in one color, or just in, I don't know, nature colors. I like to add colors like blue and yellow and green and pink and red, and every color you will find in a rainbow in my drawings. And I like that, because that's my art style, and I like that. It's my thing. So don't pressure yourself when you're not good at drawing animals from your memory. It's okay. Just use references. It doesn't matter if you use Google search or Pinterest. Use the references when you don't know how to draw something. That's the point, how you get better at drawing. You can also buy some books, and that's the same technique. So you will all draw from photographs to know how to draw some knees, some eyes, some faces, some hands, body type, or everything around it. Don't say or don't think that this is a bad idea, or that using references is not dealing. Just when you're using it one-to-one, and actually you never will draw it one-to-one like the picture in the photograph, because when I'm drawing exact same the character or the animal exact like in on the picture, it's also not looking like the animal picture, because I'm always using my art style. I prefer some things that are not on the picture, or adding things I like, or adding other colors or something. I'm using my uhuhu markers, or some of my acrylic markers, or some of my watercolors, and that's also not in the picture. The third thing is good and bad art supplies. I think that's really important. So at first everyone will say that the art supplies doesn't matter, but it does. I hated to say that, but of course when you're starting to draw something, you need to use cheap art supplies. That's just a fact, because art supplies are always extremely expensive. But the next thing after using your cheap art supplies, maybe you can spend more money on your art supplies in the future, and then you can pick or decide what type of art supplies you like and you want to use. I have some uhu markers. I don't use it that often. I would love to use it more, but I don't do that. The fact of the thing with uhu markers is that these are alcohol markers, so you need a mixed media sketchbook so that the drawing is not bleed through the paper. So I also have these acrylic markers. I really love these. These are also expensive. I ordered it on Amazon, and I drew these little dots and things on this, because I thought it's not looking that cute enough. So we have here my 24 gouache colors, but these are water-based, so it's technically like real colors. I really love them. So I know how much these cost, so I needed to put some money back to ordering it. I really love these. These are so cute, and I really like that here are a lot of different shades. Another thing, I also bought myself these view. I tried it out to make it use it as aquarelle. As used water, I used water and wanted to see if this is like water colored brush pen, but it is not. It's not watercolor. I think it could be, but I don't think that this will look good enough. But you can see here some water emotions. Water-based ink and colors can be mixed together. That's fake. I'm sorry about that, but I'm really angry about that. And at the end, you need to learn how to use these art supplies. Before you buy an art supply, you always need to research what art supply, because when you don't know what to buy and and you buy something that's really expensive, you will always sad or angry like I am about these markers, because these cost me 22 euros and I'm not happy, but I think I can use it as another part of markers. I want to show you what I mean. I actually bought it because I wanted to draw more like this, and I think this is possible with these markers, so I'm not really that upset. I'm upset that I cannot use it as watercolor brushes, but that's okay. I accidentally deleted a little part here. I said that it really matters where you post your art. On Instagram, you might receive lovely, supportive comments from people you know, but sometimes it can also feel like no one cares at all. But I know when you post something on TikTok, you will also get some critics, a lot of critics, and also from older people or from children. I hate it, but it's a fact. But you can also get zero attention, and that can stress you out. I'm on this phase every time when I post something and I see that just my friends or my family members see my drawings and like it, so I'm not really motivated to post my things, but I try to motivate myself to draw anyway. So that's the reason why I made the last video where I drew 6 hours and drew, I don't know how many it was, 12 or 30 characters, because I didn't drew a lot of things in the past 1 or 2 months, and I was really upset about it because I have so many things to do in the university and the second semester that I don't really have the time to sit down and want to draw something. I'm unmotivated, I'm tired, I just want to watch Netflix or YouTube and drink more coffee and not think about being productive when I'm going to the work or going to the university. Another thing, you always need to post as much as possible. The best thing is when you post please 3 to 5 times a week, and I think when you are in art you cannot post 3 to 5 times a week perfect things. So when you're posting things, you can also post some carousels, different pages, and wrote something down, or you can also post some reels or shorts. You can also post tutorials or work in process drawings. This can also adding a new stress factor. So I know how this is when you're stressing yourself to draw more, to make more, to do whatever you can, and the thing is you can lose your motivation to draw. You can say one day I don't want to draw for everyone else instead of myself. You need to always focus on what you want to draw and what inside your heart, what you want to draw, what you want to show, and don't think that everyone needs to be perfect or for your community. Of course, it's important to see or think about what could be interesting for your community, but when you don't like your drawings, it will not make you happy when you draw and post something that not something you would like or you like. As an example, I like to make fan art, but I don't fan arts from movies or series I don't like or I never seen. As an example, I watched Stranger Things. I know a lot of people love Stranger Things, but I watched 1 or 2 seasons and after that I never watched it again. And I would never draw Stranger Things characters because of the community saying, wow, she draw my favorite series, I think I will follow her. Then my followers think that I would do this often or more, and I don't want to draw this when I don't like it or when I never watched it till the end. I think this is a good point, but I don't know, it's just my opinion. You also need to have more confidence to post more. I hate it, but when I post something, I'm always thinking, should I post it? Is it good enough? Or am I getting attention from my followers or non-followers? I love it, see that non-followers seeing my art and like it or share it or leave a comment on my post. You don't need to think about everything and overthink everything. So the next thing is 5, others' opinion. A lot of people will try to force their opinion on you. Be stronger than that. A lot of people don't ask if you want to listen to their opinion. It doesn't matter if it is family members, friends, or people online. My uncle, who don't draw, said once to me that I should try to draw more abstract. I hate abstract. So I don't know. I hate abstract art. It's just my opinion. I don't think that this art is good looking. I'm so sorry about that. But I like semi-realistic art. I like manga art. I like creature drawings. I like animal drawings. Of course, not every animal drawing. I don't like black and white drawings that much. In the past, I also drew black and white drawings, but I don't like it when it is just this tone in this. I don't know. I like it more when drawings have colors in it and look fantastic and interesting, have shading and lightning and everything out with that. I think you can express yourself when you add colors to your drawing and when it is recognizable what you want to say or what you want to draw. When I see some abstract drawings, I don't understand what the artist want to say or show me with this drawing. And when you draw something in black and white, I'm always thinking this drawing is a sad drawing, because I'm thinking with my art head and thinking, okay, colorful drawings are always happy and good. When you have dark colors like dark green for leaves or something, it's okay. So it's also okay making abstract art or black and white art. It's your style, so, but I don't like it to draw in this style. My style is more like colorful and with a lot of colors, rainbow colors. See it, but I also have here some colors and here colors. Everything is colorful here. So you can say what you want. It's my style. I like it to have everything colorful and different than the other rooms. It's just something you need to find for yourself, for your art style, to say, I like this style or this style. You don't need to be like everyone else. As my uncle said, why you don't do that? I also said, I don't like that. If you want, you can draw abstract art, but I don't like that. So I will not draw like you want me to draw. So I will not change my style because you say that my art style is not that what you like. When I like my art style, I have also followers and subscribers on YouTube and Instagram and also on TikTok, and they like my art. I like my art. I like how I draw. I also write down, trust yourself and your skills, and you will get better over the time. You just need time. This is the point. You need always time to find your art style. You need to try your best and to focus and find out what you like. You will get better over the time. You just need time, like a blooming flower. This is the last word I wrote down, and that's a fact. When you want to blooming like a flower and getting better with your art and your art style, you need to practice, and it's okay when you don't do that every time or every day or every week. Just try to bring it into your daily life. So it's also okay when you don't draw 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 30 minutes, or I don't know, or 2 minutes. Sometimes 2 minutes is enough, but you will always think, or not always, but I think a lot of the time you would think, I don't want to let it like this. I don't want to have it just as a sketch. I want to finish it. Then you will also draw more and more and more till the end. And that is so important. So don't stress yourself. Don't say I need to finish everything. When you have the motivation, you will end it. And when not, it's also okay. When you are tired or you don't have time, then okay, stand up, go out, and after that you can also go back to it next day and make the rest of your drawings, so that you can also be proud of yourself, saying, I get it, I can do it, I make this drawing by my own in 2 days. It doesn't matter how many days or how many hours you need to finish something. When you say it's done, this was the last word. As a summary, the 5 things you need to keep in your mind are: the first one is perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to draw everything perfect. References. Use references when you don't know how to draw something you never drawn before. 3. Good and bad art supplies. When you have the chance, then buy good art supplies, but think about it before you buy something you don't know. So make research, look at YouTube and write down in the search the name of the markers or the pencils. Write down the name and look what these medium are. If it is fit to your art style, can you draw with that, etc. 4 is social media. Don't push yourself when you can't post every day or 3 to 5 days a week. Don't do that. Just draw what you want to draw and post when you want to post. You will have a longer road, but I don't think that it is better to kill your motivation or the interest of drawing. 5, others' opinion. You can listen to the opinion of others, but when you think that this is bullshit, you don't need to listen to it. You can listen to it, but don't keep it too long in your mind. You don't need that. Just think that you have your own art style, and when someone that's not making art saying to you should start drawing like A or B, then you can say, but that's not my art style, that's not what I wanted to draw. It's always your chance and the thing, how do you want to draw? And when you don't want to draw like that, you don't need to. So thank you for watching. If you want, you can leave me a comment. I would love to read some comments. Otherwise, if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I hope I will see you next time. Bye!